one. Hey up, everybody.
Hey Dot.
Hey Roz, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. You ready for our next podcast?
I am ready for our next. We have such an exciting guest that we will introduce a little bit later, but we have some business to talk about first. We have an event coming up this weekend. It is
Beltaine
in
Memphis. Verity of Gradish.
Yes, that's correct. I said the mundane term for you driving terms to put that in the GPS.
To Memphis. We'll do Memphis.
Meme and Shelby.
Shocker, I know. Meme and Shelby.
But they always put on a great event. Unfortunately, I will not be able to travel there. We're in the middle of state testing and it's very taxing on teachers.
Yeah, we are. Ironox is traveling down to that new Crown List site, and we're going to do some final checks on it.
Oh, awesome. So, but I know that they will have a great turnout, and everybody please be safe on the road as you're driving up there.
Tag us in your photos so that we can
please.
Share them on social media.
Yes, we need your help so that we can get a wide variety of people on our media pages. So, all right, are we ready for our exciting interview?
Yes. So we reached out to the Barony of Exmoor's autocrat for the upcoming event.
That she will tell you how to pronounce.
That she will tell us how to pronounce. So we'd like to introduce you to Lady Isabella. And our special guest is Lady Isabella from the Barony of Exmoor. You are the autocrat of the upcoming, how do you say it?
Atheneaum.
Atheneaum. Okay. All right.
We've been wrong.
I have to Google it, if I'm going to be very honest. Next time I'm not letting an event get voted on via committee. We're just going to pick a thing that's easy to say.
Well, because I've been pronouncing it Atheneaum.
Atheneaum. Yeah, that's how we've been saying it.
A
few tries.
That's what we're going to do on this call. We're just going to Google it and figure out the correct pronunciation for everybody.
I think we're going to have a spelling bee, right? We have room on the schedule, and we'll see who can spell it, and they get a special prize. But thank you for being with us today. I think this is going to be a big summer kickoff event. And it was, if I'm understanding it correctly, it was your brainchild to kind of do this big arts event.
So, yeah. So you ever have like one of those visions, like you ever dream up an event and like really want to make it happen, but not really know exactly how to do it. So I get big dreams about like parties or events I want to throw. And this was one of those. Unfortunately for me, despite being pretty new to the SCA, my barony was like, "Oh yeah, sure, we'll help you with that."
Oh, I love that. I love that.
I don't know why, but they were like, "Let's do it."
Oh, that's fantastic. So it is mainly an arts focused event, yes?
It is. It is what I'm hoping will be kind of Glen Aubyn's kind of collegium. But that being said, I wanted to make sure we incorporated fighters and people that were fighting centric into the fold. I don't like segregating people or making anybody feel unincluded. So like, and also there's a ton of things that fighters can do for their kid or for the art of fighting, you know? And I don't think we give a lot of credit for that. So it's not just classes for the rest of us.
Right, because that was one of my questions I wrote down. I wanted to make sure, you know, that before the fighters out there start going, it's an arts event, there's nothing for me to do. There is stuff. There's a whole track of the art of war, correct?
Yes. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. We have James the Holy heading it up, but we have a lot of people helping with it. And I'm pretty excited about it. We're not doing any tourneys, but we are doing lots of fighter-centric classes and classes on kit and classes on like different styles of fighting and stuff. So, you know, take some of your Fighters Collegium stuff, mix it with some actual art-focused fighter kit stuff, and then that's kind of what you get. You get the art of war, which, you know, I'm pretty excited about.
And that's fencing and heavy, correct?
Yep, both of them. The only thing we can't do at the event is actually throw live weapons because it is a state park, but we can teach about it.
And there are technically 3 tracks, Art of War being one of them, correct?
There are 9 tracks.
9 tracks. Wait, how did I miss that?
9. We have nine full tracks of classes. So I'm not going to be able to do the whole list offhand, but
Oh, come on, 47 million classes. You can't tell me each one of them and when it is?
9 classes. It's a
let me
Greek
see how close
event.
I can do it.
9 classes, 9 class tracks. It's a Greek event. You're basing them on the muses.
I did. That's why we did it. Well, not just one,
Beautiful.
but also. Yeah, so we have each one of us is named after one of the muses. So we have heraldry. We have, and I'm not gonna be able to name all the muses with them. I'm really sorry. They're
That's
on the
fine.
website if you want to go see. All of the classes, all of the tracks are listed out with the muse they are associated with. But we have heraldry, we have fine art, we have performance art, we have textile based art, we have domestic sciences, we have a whole youth track, we have art of war. I'm missing some things. I'm missing some other things, but there's nine full tracks, and each class gets slotted into one of those tracks.
And you can mix and match though, correct? I said that earlier. You don't have to just do one track.
No. So the concept for it was that eventually, like I said, I want this to be kind of a collegium or a university. So there will be credits assigned to the classes. So if we decide to continue on doing this, you should, like a lot of the other universities, be able to accumulate credits, towards like our little levels of, hey, I've done this. But yeah, you can take whatever classes you want. Student enrollment opens in probably 3 or 4 days, as soon as I can finish slotting everything into the schedule.
And you would just go to the website, Atheneum's website, and that's where you could.
Yeah, so axmore.net has an entire portion of its site dedicated to just this event. It'll say A, S, A, and S on it, and then there's a drop down with all sorts of different information on the like cosplay runway, the Iron Chef, all of your class tracks. You get to meet your teachers.
Sorry,
all
we
sorts
got
of stuff.
excited about the cosplay runway. We've kind of been talking about it, and I believe there's a Viscountess who might be having an entry as well.
Yep, a
Ooh.
team. I'm gonna do a team, and it's gonna be fairly easy, but you got to start somewhere, right?
It's fantastic.
Yeah, got to start
Fantastic.
someplace.
So
So
just a little shout out for all you people who like to mash things up, your medieval cosplay. Keep an eye on the schedule, but you'll have a chance to walk the runway and present your look. You can have up to 3 people. There could be your team could be up to 3 people. And there is a 200 Sartor gift certificate on the line for the judge's best favorite entry.
and
Fabric, how you doing on that? Because
oh, I have none. My fabrics. Okay, where people in the SCA have boxes and rooms and rooms, and they can open up closets and like, oh, I have mine in a box.
I did buy you some dot fabric.
Yes, and I love it, and it will fit in the box still, so it can stay. Because so oh, now I just got thrown off. Do you have to defend your outfit on the runway, or
You have to give an explanation of it. So you need to tell me what medieval time period you are doing, and you need to tell me what your cosplay, are you, what are you mixing it with? So you're doing, I think we've talked about if you were doing a hoopalon from, don't make me a liar about what century that is, and you did Maleficent, what,
Also,
how do you
I
mix
really
that?
want to see Grecian Muses Sailor Moon theme team. So if somebody could make that one happen.
that won't be me. Mine's going to be very simple and very obvious, and I will have to look up a time period. But I'll figure it out.
There has to be a connection. So that's the
Okay.
important part. That's the connection to the SCA. So love to see what people bring to that. I do have a question about something that's happening Saturday night, and that's the Iron Chef. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah. So that's actually one of the things that made me think of the event in the first place. I love feast, and I love the way that Glenavon does feast. I think that the way we do it is filled with love, like you cook because you love people. And I love that. But we're feeding 200 and something people at most of our feasts. And that doesn't really give a whole lot of room for esoteric creativity. You've got to feed 200 mouths. So I really wanted to explore what it looks like to have feast as an art form, and so the Iron Chef is kind of my little baby that is feast as an art. It is only 30 seats. You are going to have 2 teams of 5 people competing against each other. Each team is going to do 5 removes. And with those removes, it'll be kind of a tasting menu, and you're going to get to see what their theme is. They're going to come out and talk to you about it. They're going to tell you what each of the courses are, what inspired it, what's in it, what their process was for making it. Each of the participants will get like a little tasting card so they can have their own notes about the feast and stuff. We will also have judging during the feast and an MC who is going to kind of orchestrate the whole thing, like a la Alton Brown. Yeah, so it's not limited on ingredient. The restrictions we put on it were monetary based. I wanted to see what 5 people could do with 5 removes with only $450 per team. So we're gonna see what happens. So far we have Feast and the Furious, and then we have the pressured cookers. And each one of them is doing a really cool concept. So Feast and the Furious is doing street food throughout history. And then
cool.
yeah, I'm super excited about it. And then the other team is doing Silk Road. So an exploration of Silk Road throughout time.
Ooh.
I know some of that. Is that the MOC team?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. So I know a couple people I've heard her remove what she's responsible for. So and I was like, that sounds delicious. So
And they're still kind of developing what they want to do too. And I'm in on a lot of those conversations. So it's been really interesting to see their ideas kind of evolve as they decide to do or not do certain things or go a different way with something. It's been really inspiring to watch them. I think they're going to do really good.
Our
Now,
tickets
is that
still,
still-
I'm sorry.
we were saying,
I was excited.
I know, tickets still available or
Yes.
has it sold out?
So we have sold, as of 2 days ago, 18 spots. We might be down a few more now. So we're getting close. We're getting close to being sold out. So if you want a ticket, the way you're going to do that is you're going to go to the Glenavon website. You're going to click on the Atheneaum PayPal form. And even if you've already registered for the event, you can go in the drop down for the event, PayPal event form, and there'll be a thing that says Iron Chef only. Click that, and Dia will send you an invoice.
Okay.
Awesome.
It's $30, by the way. It's a separate ticket for the event. I need to say that. So.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome, and really not a bad price for all that you're going to get, and just the uniqueness of this. I don't think that it's been done in this fashion anywhere that I'm familiar with. Roz, have you ever seen?
I mean, not in this format. I mean, it seems similar to a Grand Chef, but in a kind of a boutique setting-ish thing. I don't know.
I wanted it to feel really intimate, and you can't do large scale format if you want to do some of these dishes. It's just too hard.
Right.
So I wanted to give a better experience, but probably that means limiting the audience, So that's why we didn't do it as part of the overall ticket.
And do they have a certain amount of time to cook as well?
Yes.
Okay.
So everything has to be prepared on site starting Saturday morning. Everything.
Okay.
Wow, that's some good footage we might need to get for social media.
I know, that'll be fun.
Right?
We can check in with them throughout. And it's a new site, correct? Looks like it's a great site.
I'm super excited. So I just went back there today, so I could get like a better count on chairs and tables and stuff like that. Every time I go back there, like when I'm feeling really burned out about the event, I go back there and I'm like, this is going to be great. This is going to be so good. I get really excited every time I go visit the site. And the staff there are lovely. They're really, really nice. I'm thrilled. I think it's going to be great. We have bathrooms where everything works, y'all. Everything works.
Do our feet get, I was about to say, do our feet get wet in the shower? But that makes no sense. But do the showers flood? You know what I mean? We've all been in
they're like
flooding
actual
showers.
dorms with AC. There's like an actual like shower house and bathroom connected to each dorm. It's really nice. Everything's like stainless steel. They provide like towels and stuff sometimes. Like it's nice.
Right.
Well, I'm excited. I'm gonna be staying in the RV section with my little Bruno. But that's real close as well. So we'll just zip on over and.
Yeah, there's a little trail from the primitive and RV section that goes straight to the group camp. I
Perfect.
kind of marked it on the map a little bit, but I will try to give better directions. It also says there's signs everywhere. So
And
there's
there's
like
only and there's only top bunks left, correct?
only top bunks left. Yeah.
But there's a hotel close by, correct?
Immediately across the street, if you go to the Axmore website on the main page for Atheneaum, if you go to the bottom, there's hotel information too. But there's a Best Western right across the street that still has rooms. There's also a bunch of other hotels in the area. I mean, it's in New Orleans, or it's right,
Yeah.
right on the side of New Orleans. It's in West Rigo. So 15 minutes or so from downtown. Yeah, it's you could stay offsite and be just fine.
Okay.
Anything else that you think we need to know?
So we're up to 97 classes and activities now.
I thought the cutoff was 90.
It was, but then there were some really good classes and people contacted me and they were like, can I pretty please do this? And I was like, well, yeah, I really want that class. So, so we're gonna find room. We're gonna find room for them. But our goal was
amazing.
90 max. So I'm thrilled. And granted, some of these are like guild meetings and stuff like that. By the way, if you're interested in joining a guild or you are part of a guild, there's a bunch of guild meetings happening at this event.
Oh, that's
The
great.
Metalsmith Guild, we have the Herbalist Guild and the Cooks Guild all meeting.
That's fantastic. Yeah,
It's
that's
nice to
really
see them
good.
all in one place. Yeah.
Yeah. Are there any repeat classes? Because I know it's a Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Can you catch a class if you miss it on a Thursday? If you can't make it in, can you? Or are they?
So we're not scheduling any classes on Thursday because we're
Okay.
only out onto the site in the afternoon. The only thing we have going on Thursday is an early bird pool party, which is from 3 to 6 p.m. And that's basically to give us time to set the site up while people are at the pool. Yeah. So Fridays when classes start, we only have a few repeat classes. I had to put the kibosh on some of that because we have 97 classes and I want to give people a chance to teach what they feel passionately about. Unless we have a class that fills up or unless you've specifically like registered your class twice and we've talked about this, we're not doing repeats.
Excellent. Well, I mean, that does complicate things, or it does make it easier not to do that. So.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, cheers to you for scheduling this. I hope it goes over well, and I hope we have many more. And Atheneaum.
Atheneaum?
Atheneaum. You say potato, I say
And I say
potato.
potato, and I say Atheneaum.
Either way, we'll see you there in Axmore.
Yes.
Isabella,
sure.
thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you soon.
Yeah, thanks. I hope to see you guys there.
Bye. Well, that looks like it's going to be a great event. I'm very grateful that Lady Isabella was able to join us and tell us about it.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it. And we're going to end this podcast with some very special news. Would you like to do the honors?
Oh, can we do it together? No. You do
Okay.
it. You do it. You do it.
You do it. So their majesties Connor and Denara got hitched this past weekend. So congratulations to the newlyweds. We are very excited to see what your life together brings. We love you.
We'll see you guys next time. Bye.